Hey Guitar fam and friends, how's it going? It's Nate Savage here. Welcome to this cover song lesson. We're going to take a look at the R.E.M song, Losing My Religion. Now this is the song that won the vote for the third collaboration challenge of the year 2024 for Guitar fam. So if you are planning and participating in this, the due date for that is September 19th. So you still got a few months from when this comes out and to really work on that and get it down. The jam track is available for you without guitar, and then without guitar or singing if you want to sing with it. And the chord chart is available for you on guitarfam.com. We got the simple chord chart with just the lyrics and the chords. Then we have the actual chord chart written out with the rhythms. That's the easy version, and then the more intermediate version that I'm going to teach you in this lesson. Now, I actually talk about that right now. I'm going to teach you two versions. The easy version where the strumming is kind of simplified and you're just working on really getting through the chord progressions in time for each part. And then I'm going to teach you a more intermediate or true to the recording version of it, where the strumming patterns, like the chord progressions and all that, are the same. Timing is the same as far as your left hand or your fretting hand goes, but the strumming patterns are more true to what's in the actual recording. So if you haven't yet, go to guitarfam.com, create your complimentary account. You can participate in the challenge and you get access to all the resources, the jam tracks, and the chord charts for this song. Let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, first things first, we're in the key of C major. So if you just take a look at the C major scale, it's spelled C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and the chords that go with it are C major, D minor, E minor, F major is the 4, G is the 5, A minor is the 6, and B diminished is the 7. Now this song uses, I believe, all but the 7. So every diatonic chord in the key of C except for the 7. So just in the order in which they appear in the song, just F, and I use the F bar chord. Don't have to use that one. You can use this F, the 3-finger F or the 4-finger F. That's totally fine. Or even F power chord will work if that gets you through the song, right? Next chord is a G, open G, and you can do 4-finger or 3-finger, doesn't matter. Next one's an A minor, E minor, D minor, and of course C. So as we go through this, I'm going to teach you a very straightforward, easier version of the song that uses a straight 8th note strumming pattern. And then I'm going to teach a more intermediate strumming pattern that's kind of a paraphrase of everything that's going on with the mandolin and the guitar in the actual track. So there's two different versions for you. And if you need to simplify it even more down to just quarter note strumming, that's fine, whatever it takes for you to get through the entire song. And there are several different parts I kind of want you to focus on as far as parts of the song. We have the intro or the bridge. That's one part that you need to memorize. Then you need to memorize the verses, then the choruses, and that's pretty much it. There's an interlude that has kind of the same chords. It's really easy because it's whole notes though. Those are pretty much all the parts of the songs that you need to know. So let's go ahead and jump into the intro. Let's just look at the chord progression first. It's 1.5 measures of an F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then on 3 and 4 of the second measure, switch to a G. And then you have 2 measures of A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the next 4 bars are very similar, but the end changes a little bit. So another measure and a half of F. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And on 3 and 4, go to the G. 3, 4. Then A minor, all the way up to the and of 4. You go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on the and of 4, you have to switch to a G and hold that out for the rest of the next measure, that 8th measure of the intro or the bridge. I'm calling this the intro because there's no singing going on, but it's really, I kind of standardized the bridge and the intro to be the same strumming patterns to make it easier to get into and to memorize. It's the same thing as the bridge, what we're going to call the bridge. When you come to it, you'll see. But as far as the strumming goes, you can do either quarter notes, and that makes it a little tricky on the and of 4 when you move to that G. So I would recommend just trying to do 8 notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the entire time you're doing this, just along to these chords, this progression. So get the progression down first, get familiar with it, and then start trying to put your strumming with it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and G, and 4, and A minor, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and F, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that is the intro and the bridge. That takes care of quite a bit of the song, actually, or quite a few of the parts of the song. Now we just need to jump into the verse of the song. That's the next part. And the verse is actually a little bit easier than the intro. So all you have to do for the verses is 2 measures of A minor and then 2 measures of E minor. And you play that a total of 3 times. So A minor, E minor, A minor, E minor, A minor, E minor. And then you move on to 2 measures of D minor, followed by 2 measures of G. So let me just walk you through that. And you're just using straight 8th note strumming here again too. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and E minor. That's 1 time through. Here comes the second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and E minor. 2 and number 3. Here comes 1 and 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 and E minor. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, then you go to a D minor for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then G for 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so anytime you see a verse, there are 3 verses in the song. Anytime you see a verse, that is what you play. And let me just give you some strumming tips here. Keep it as simple as you need to at the beginning, but eventually, to give it a little more life, instead of just playing, kind of a static strumming pattern, just chopping wood, what I end up doing is go 1 and on the lower strings, and then 2 and on the higher strings, 3 and 4 and that's my strumming pattern I'm really using. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just chop wood, but accent the 2s and the 4s. 1 and 2, 3. And I'm accenting the 2s and 4s regardless if I'm doing the low string, high string thing. So that's a really good thing to isolate on its own and get down just with 1 chord. And then once you're comfortable with it, put it in the progression. Okay. This is when you go to once you play that 3 times, the A minor, E minor, and go to the D minor. G, 2 measures. Okay, and that gets us into the chorus, which really is no different if you're using the single 8th note or the standard straight 8th note strumming pattern. It's no different than what we just played on the verses. It's the exact same thing. A minor to E minor, 2 measures each, 3 times, and then D minor to G major, 2 measures of each chord there. So the chorus will sound exactly like the verses as far as the strumming patterns and the chord progressions you're playing. Now I did standardize these strumming patterns, so it's really easy to jump into once you get into the intermediate strumming patterns. So just be looking forward to that. Once you can play through these chord progressions for each section with the chord progressions intact and in time, then you're ready to go on to the intermediate strumming pattern. Once we finish the chorus, we're getting into the bridge again, which is the exact same progression and strumming as the intro. It's just in a different context. In the intro, no singing here. I believe the lyrics are I thought that I heard you laughing. I thought that I heard you sing. And then back to I think I thought I saw you cry. So absolutely nothing different from what you've already learned in the intro. From there, you play verse 2. Then the order of the song changes a little bit here. You go from verse 2 right into verse 3. From verse 3, you play the bridge again. And once you finish that bridge, actually what we call this bridge 2, you're going to go into an interlude, which is kind of like the mandolin solo there. And all you do is hold an A minor for 1 measure, whole note, 3, 4, then a G for 1 measure, 3, 4, F for 1 measure, G for 1 measure. Okay, and then he starts to sing, that was just a dream. And then you have a C for a whole measure. That was just a dream. D minor for 1 measure. Then do that again. C for 1 measure. And then D minor. And you can build that D minor up instead of a whole note there. Just build it up into the chorus, which is coming next. So let me play that whole interlude for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. That was just a dream. See you again. Coming to the chorus. Okay, And then course 2 is after that. So the layout of this song is a little bit different from your typical song, but that's cool. It kind of keeps you guessing, and it's different. So you just play through course 2 just like you did course 1, exact same progression, same strumming. From there, you have bridge 3, which is a tiny bit different, but only in the last 2 measures. So play a bridge 3 as you normally would. Right here, instead of switching to a G on the and of 4 at the end of the 7th measure of this bridge, you just stay on an A minor for 2 measures. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then he does the bridge again, or what will be the chord progression and the melody for the bridge. And bridge 4, the next 8 measures are just like the normal bridge that you would have. So there's nothing different, just like you would play the intro or bridge 1. Now the G. Okay, so that's just a normal bridge. And from there you have the outro, which is just an A minor. And I'm doing this playing an A minor with a strum and holding it out for 2 measures. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and finally one last whole note. So that's 4 times strumming for 2 whole notes there, and you'll hear the end of the song. Okay, that's the foundation of the song. Work on getting the chord progressions down and each section memorized, and being able to change through the chords, and then work on being able to play a straight 8th note strumming pattern as you play through each section. Once you can do that, if you want a more intermediate option for this, I'm just going to go through and show you some strumming patterns. Really, the only thing that changes here are the strumming patterns that I use. And you can see them in the tab. I have the down and up indicators every time, and the strumming pattern is indicated here. So we have the easy version, this intermediate version, and then just a chord chart version with the lyrics and the chords written over it, if that's what you prefer. Let me play this first one for you, and I'll just do the intro. Take it one section at a time and show you the strumming patterns that I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the main strumming pattern that we're going to use for most of the intro or the bridge. Okay, so down, up, down, up, 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 down, and then on the G, down, down, up. Okay, so just break that down ultra slow. Down, up, down, up, 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 down, 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 up. Faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then for A minor, you play the exact same thing, same strumming pattern for those next 2 measures. Next 2 measures, you repeat the same as the first 2 measures and start on that F, right? And here's where things change a little bit. You go to an A minor and just have 2 downs. Down, 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 up, up. Down, down, up on the G, up. And then hold that out to the 2 in the next measure. Down, and then down, up, down, up. Okay, so that A, starting on that A minor, down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down. And if you're more of an intellectual person, you may want to, memorize the strumming patterns with all the downs and the ups and the counting. If you're more of a feel person, you may just want to listen to the song and copy what's going on, mostly with the mandolin. The mandolin is the easiest thing to hear on this. But let me play that entire bridge, which is also the intro for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next is the verse, and the verse is pretty standardized. It's the A minor to E minor, 3 times, 2 measures each for each chord, and the strumming pattern for the E and the A minor are just this A minor first. So down, 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 up, 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 down, down, up, down. One more time, a little slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, and you just do that for the E minor too. Okay, and that's the strumming pattern you want to use for most of the verse. That's 3/4 of the verse. When you get to the D minor, it changes a little bit. D minor and G, it changes a little bit, but it's almost the same for each of these chords. So on the D minor, you have down, and then a muted strum on 2, then up, down on 3, down, up on 4, nothing on the 1, up on the and of 1, and then 2, 3, 4. That's probably clear as mud. So let me do it another way. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, down. And just listen to this over and over again. Down, up, down, and when you go to the G, start off the same way, but at the second measure of G, just have a whole note because it's a kind of a transition into the chorus. So down, slap, up, down, down, up, down. And you just let that last down ring out. Down, slap, up, down, down, down. Okay, so those last 2 measures of the verse will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let me play that whole verse for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now one more thing that I do want to show you is how to kind of imitate what's going on with the mandolin with the hammer-ons and pull off something like this. And all I'm doing is going down, down, and on the next down, I'll let up on my index finger to an open string, and then up on the next upstroke, back down on that same A minor right there on the first fret of the B string. So down, down. And then on the next up, on the end of 1, on the next measure, I do it again. Up, down, and then just... So I just kind of fiddle around with taking my index finger off. And same thing with the E minor in the same spots, but instead of just one note, I kind of take the whole E minor off. I'll go... You can mix it up. I'm certain that when I did the play along for this, I wasn't that precise on it. I just did whatever I felt and whatever sounded good. But that's how I would dress the verse up as far as the strumming patterns and the little decorations. Okay, for the strumming pattern for the choruses, this is what I came up with to kind of consolidate things down on an A minor. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. It really is almost the same thing as you're playing on the verses. It's just a little busier in the second measure of each chord. So down, 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 up. There's nothing different up to that point. Then you have up, down, up on 2 is the only difference. Instead of a quarter note there, I play 2 eighth notes just to make it a little more energy because the chorus is supposed to have more energy, right? So down. Okay, and then for the E minor, same thing. And other than that, it's the exact same thing as the verses. And the only difference on the D minor and the G is I'm not doing the muted strum there. I'm leaving it more open. And I'm filling in some eighth notes in the second measure of each chord as well. Instead of just quarter notes, I'm doing eighth notes on beats 3 and 4. So 3 and 4. Same thing with a G. So let me play the whole chorus for you the way I would do it with this different strumming pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes the D minor. Okay, and the bridge is the exact same thing as the intro. The only bridge that's a little bit different, like we mentioned earlier, is bridge, I believe, 3 at the very end of the song, toward the end of the song, where you stay on that A minor, so don't let that take you off guard. Okay, after bridge 1, you have verse 2, exactly like verse 1. Verse 3 is after that, and the only difference is you have the build up on the last measure on that G. Instead of having a whole note, you build it to go into the bridge. Bridge 2, which is the exact same thing as bridge 1, nothing different there. And then you have the interlude, which is the exact same way I would play that as the easy version of this song. So nothing new there. Then you have chorus 2, nothing changes, same as chorus 1. After chorus 2, you go into bridge 3, which is the exact same thing as a regular bridge, except you stay on that A minor on the 8th measure of that bridge. And then bridge 4 is just a normal bridge. Then you have the outro, exact same thing as the easy version. Okay, so let's just take a look at the overall layout of the song. First, you have the intro, which is the same thing as the bridge, right? Then you have verse 1, chorus 1, bridge 1, which is the same thing as the intro again. Then verse 2, you skip all that other stuff and go right into another verse, verse 3. Then you have a bridge again. Then you have the interlude, mandolin solo, the down part. And then you have chorus 2, followed by bridge 3 with that extra A minor at the end that doesn't change to a G. And then bridge 4, normal bridge, and then the outro. Okay, that's it for this one. I had a lot of fun learning this one. It's way overdue, and it's a very popular song, so I appreciate everyone who voted for the 2024 Guitar Fam Cover Song Collaboration Challenge. This is going to be song number 3. Get it learned and film yourself doing it. All you have to do is put up your phone and just film yourself playing along to it. Make sure to listen in headphones to the jam track. That way, the only thing that the phone is picking up is your guitar. That'll make it easier for me to put all the videos together and to edit them together for the final finished product. If you haven't yet, go to guitarfam.com and create your complimentary account. And if you need help with anything guitar related, every Guitar Fam member gets one personal private one-on-one video lesson with me. You can schedule that on the site too. I look forward to seeing you there.
don't